And we're live today, December 12th. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I'm going to be calling messages today. I have some specimens collectively. I'm going to share this video out. I hope everyone is well. It's been an interesting past couple of weeks, indeed. I'm just sharing this out, waiting for people to join and get my notification. I'm coming on randomly, so make sure you press the notification button so that you know that I'm coming live. Just sharing this out. Lots of love and light. Lots of awesome messages coming through today. Divine timing indeed. All right, here we go. We're sharing. The messages I have coming through today is very powerful indeed. So make sure you stay tuned. Just sharing this video out. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're sharing this out. Here we go. Excellent. Lots of love. Hello, Connie. How are you? Lots of love and light.
And we're live today,
There we
December
go.
12th.
It's working. Just sharing this out, coming on spontaneously, so hopefully people get their notifications. I have some awesome messages coming through, and I will be pulling cards and doing mini readings as well. So we'll give it a few minutes. Here we go. How have you been doing, Connie? Let me know, how's the last couple of weeks been? I know that the energies have been pretty heavy. The first message that came through today, and I'm just going to start, and we'll wait for the rest of the people to join. The first message we got today, it's nice to be important, and it's more important to be nice. So the message with that I would like to let you know, and that we really need to be reminded of, is, in a sense, everyone needs to feel important while being here on this journey. And a very special way to get to the point of being able to feel like you're important and fulfilled is to spread kindness, is to be kind, it's to be nice. So it's more important to be nice so that it can be nice to be important. So it really does go hand in hand indeed. And with this, I'm sure that a lot of you have been noticing a lot of different energies as you go about your day and as you surround yourself with other energies around you. And you'll notice that there's a lot of different things happening collectively. There's some people that you might come across that are very happy and positive and good vibes. And then there's a lot of people that might not be so upbeat and positive, and really just understanding that and observing what's going on around you. It's really going to help, provide you with the clarity to see collectively where the energies are at and how you can contribute to being that change you wish to see. And sometimes, I did touch on this last time where, the people that are potentially, rude or not in the best high vibe, we can really affect in a positive way. And we can be that kindness. We can be that positivity that we wish to see. And when we don't fall into the trap of reacting in a negative way towards a person who is just being negative, whether that's going to a grocery store and being in line or whatever the case is. It's important for us to understand just how much effect our energy has on everyone's energy, whether positive or negative. So this is something definitely to keep in mind. And I wanted to talk about our thoughts and how they affect our emotions. And this is very important. And the reason why it's important is because in order for us to have a healthy thinking process, it's going to be able to allow us to perceive things in a more clear way. So this is why people say that it's so important for us to try to focus on the positive side of the coin versus the negative side or the con side of a situation, focusing on the pros. And by focusing on the pros and being calm, no matter what circumstance or situation arises, we can better make choices that align with our best and highest good. So I made some notes here. And this is why it's so important to be able to get to a point of maintaining clarity so that our emotions are being handled in a healthy way. By ignoring our thoughts about how we feel, will only delay and strengthen the suppressed emotions, which can lead to physical illnesses and symptoms. Being aware means feeling fulfilled. A lot of the times when we are unaware of how we feel, it's very difficult for us to be fulfilled. This is why it's important for us to be more aware of how we feel so that we can make the necessary choices to get to the point of experiencing fulfillment in your everyday life. So these are indeed very important facts and soul talk. This is about soul talk and this is about real talk, and finding the tools that we can use to benefit from so that we can make the necessary choices that are in alignment and true to us. Okay, so these are tools to help us in getting us where we need to go, instead of making choices that don't serve our best and highest good and take us down paths and roads that are not necessarily wise for us to take. So being aware means feeling fulfilled. Why, you ask? Because this means that we realize and acknowledge how we feel, period. No matter how painful. So even if we're feeling something painful, it's about acknowledging the painful feeling and realizing it. And just by simply doing that, that automatically shifts our entire energy to be able to acknowledge and realize and give ourselves that space so that it can, pass. It can pass through us. We can release it by acknowledging it, realizing it, reflecting on the pain, and then we can allow it to pass. Okay, so that's kind of how it works in a nutshell. And I know that this past couple of weeks have been more heavier energies and unsettling, almost to say. I know that we're also in a full moon, and today is a very special day energetically. It's 12/12, so December 12th, and it's an energetic gateway to a lot of different energetic shifts and growth and a lot of things coming into light and more clarity. And I think I'm feeling collectively that a lot more people are craving clarity in their lives. And I'm also here to help with that, okay, with my angel readings. Many times in life, circumstances can happen made by choices, which every move stems from choice. Isn't that the truth? Some circumstances can place us in a state of despair, so survival mode. And a lot of people are in a state of despair due to whatever circumstance. And It's survival mode. So what does that mean? That puts us in a state of flight or fight mode. So when something comes up that makes us very uncomfortable, we either, run away from it, or we react and we fight against it. We stand up and react to it versus just kind of stepping back and observing what's happening and responding. And sometimes, not saying anything at all is a response as well. So this is something to keep in mind indeed. Some circumstances can place us in a state of despair. We have to understand that when we are in such a state, our clarity to perceive the situations for what it is gets altered. So this is very important for us to realize, because this can save a lot of regrets, a lot of future regrets. And you will notice that other people around you and how they handle their state of despair or their state of discomfort or pain. And you'll start to realize and understand why there's so much miscommunication between relationships, because everyone handles a state of discomfort in different ways, just like everyone handles stress in different ways. So in saying that, it's important for us to start to really pay attention and understand what are those healthy ways of handling and processing our emotions, especially when we feel uncomfortable and in a state of despair even. It is crucial to get ourselves to a point of calmness before making any impulsive choices. So this is important as well. And as you're becoming more aware, you'll start to realize that things are going to be changing, and the way you perceive things it's almost like it's going to be expanding. So when you started looking at certain situations, or maybe you were perhaps more judgmental, not only towards yourself, but others, you're going to start to realize, based on your own life experiences, to stop judging, period, or to judge less, because you have a deeper understanding and knowledge of what life consists of, the aspects, the beauty, the sadness, the hardships. And it really does increase the level of empathy towards yourself and others as well. The compassion gets awakened through our own suffering. Through our own suffering, we awaken to greater possibilities within ourselves and the way we perceive life itself. It's almost like our lenses get, sharpened with the way we perceive things and life, and being able to look back at our past and perceiving those things and how things had to happen and play out for us to get to where we are today, and how everything's interconnected, past, present, and future. I will be pulling cards as well, so make sure you leave a message asking for a card, not a problem. So it's crucial to get ourselves to a point of calmness before making any impulsive choices, because our choices leads us towards change. And change in life is inevitable indeed. But what's so important is that the changes that we go through and the choices that we make, it's so important that the changes lead us towards positive change versus anything that doesn't serve us, right? So we really do have to put in the effort, and the effort in ourselves to get to know ourselves on a deeper level, to really seek out and ask the questions of how we're feeling, of what our heart's desires are, really having those conversations and those heart-to-hearts within ourselves, because it's so important for us to know what we feel and how we feel and what we desire, in order for us to make the necessary choices to get us to make those changes, so that we can reach a state of fulfillment, which at the end of the day, that's a part of the reason why we're alive, is to be able to reach a state of fulfillment. That's the goal. What does it mean to be fulfilled? To be fulfilled means that you found your purpose in life, that gives you that satisfaction of knowing that you're contributing positively into the world, and you're making a difference in your own way, just by the way you carry yourself and your energy and your love, your light, your kindness, your compassion for other human beings. And realizing and understanding that everybody's going through some sort of discomfort. Being aware of that and taking that into consideration in your daily interactions with not only the ones that you know, but also the ones you don't. So I hope this makes sense. Lots of love. I'm going to use my mouse here, see if it works. Don't be shy, say hello. It's nice to see you guys. I'll be pulling cards. I came on randomly, but it's all good. Hi, Beth. How are you? Hi, Raquel. Hi, Kimberly. All right, let's see what we got here. All right. So I'll pull your card, Beth, real quick, and then I'll get back to the general messages coming through. And for those of you that couldn't make it today, because I did come on randomly, not a problem. There's always replay. But you do miss a chance to get a mini reading. Best celebration. A positive outcome is assured. Celebrate your success and enjoy your achievements. Beth? It's time to celebrate. Your efforts have paid off and good things are on the way to you. This joyful winged unicorn invites you to celebrate even before you see any tangible signs of success. So this unicorn picture is representing the energies of success, okay? Think, feel, and act as if the most wondrous blessings have already been showered upon you. How does it look? How will it feel when you really truly believe in the inevitability of your success? Dance around your house with delight. Let tears of gratitude stream down your cheeks. Celebrate with passion and joy. The higher you take your vibration and emotions now, the faster your desires will be delivered. Once they do take physical form, be sure to celebrate and appreciate them fully. Honor yourself as a powerful creator and a masterful receiver, and give thanks to the universe. Lots of love, guys. So far, so good, Beth. Continue to expand your desire and allow even more good to flow your way. Ride on the waves of your celebration and let your joy activate even more positive outcomes. This is a blessed time for you, filled with the energy of success. Beth, that's amazing. Even though you may have been going through some rough times, and given where you are in Australia and, what you guys have been experiencing there, I mean, what a beautiful message. And, rest assured, this is saying that you have a positive outcome coming your way and you've done your work. And I think that's a very positive affirmation and confirmation for you that things are going to get much better. So the change of positivity is on its way. So try to stay high vibe. It's a full moon. Write down your deepest heartfelt desires from a place of purity and love, and really just focus, reflect, and meditate on those heart desires that you wish to achieve. And you will be given the opportunities to make the necessary choices to bring about these inevitable changes that are going to lead you towards your best and highest good, which is success. So that's amazing, Beth. God bless. Awesome. Yes, so what a confirmation indeed. Let me know if you'd like a card. Hey, Karen. Good vibes, everyone. Yes, yes, yes. Coming on randomly. And it's a Thursday. I usually go live on Sunday nights or Mondays, but today happened to be 12:12 and Thursday, and whoever's meant to be here with us today, amazing. And these are the messages that are meant to be shared this full moon, and it's a very powerful, energetic day indeed. So take it with open heart, open mind, and just reflect. And it's all good, positive, uplifting messages, confirming for you where you're at, where you're looking to go, and what is happening collectively at this time. Okay? So it's always, this is all about a part of being aware. Awareness is key to getting us to a successful place in life, and that's just the truth. That is just the truth. And this is very interesting. I came across a statement, and it really made me think, and I want to understand how you guys feel about it as well. I wanted to share this with you. I heard this statement saying, faith is a gift. Faith is a gift. And I sat back when I heard that statement. I said, wow, faith is a gift. And then I asked myself, like, it really impacted me in an intense way, because I never looked at it that way, in that angle, from that angle, or from that perception, right? And there's so many different perceptions, that we can look at. So this is about being open to it all, right? Because it can lead us to new opportunities, and it can open new doors for us when we're open to receiving. So faith is a gift. And you know what? I wrote down here how I felt, and I felt profoundly touched at that moment. And I immediately asked myself how I felt about this statement. Faith is a gift. And I felt this to have truth. And then I asked myself, how is faith a gift? Okay? And I got the answer from my higher self, and I guess, I self-reflected, and I wrote down, by simply making a conscious choice to be open to it all. Faith is making a conscious choice to be open to it all. Universe is vast indeed. And by being open to it all, you will start to notice the signs of comfort from the universe called synchronicities. So I'm not sure how many of you have heard of synchronicities, but synchronicities have been known to be called something like coincidence, but there's no such thing as coincidence, because I truly believe that everything happens for a reason. So that's why they say it's a synchronicity, because it's happening for a reason. That sign is being given for a reason, for guidance, for message deliverance. So it's about being open and paying attention to those signs that are nudging us towards the choices that need to be made in order for us to reach those changes that we desire to reach. So it's all a process of getting to where you wish to be. But you have to put in the effort by making these conscious choices to be able to attract the changes you wish to see in your life. Making sense? So yeah, I truly feel that by making the conscious choice to be open to it all, we are indeed gifted with pure faith in knowing that whenever we're in a state of deep despair or such discomfort that we don't know what to do with ourselves, and we feel like no outside help other than within us can help, then we have the divine or God, to be able to know that he will help us make our way through with his help. So, this is about understanding that we're not alone. We have our spirit guides, we have our angels, and I truly believe we all have our guardian angels. And this is why I resonate so much with the angelic realm. And, being that light and being that change that people wish to see, and being of service to others, and bringing positive change and contributing into the world by helping other people feel better and lifting people up. And I think that we all are responsible in a sense to find our own creative way to contribute to the planet in our own ways. You can only gain the fulfillment by doing as such. When we accept the choice of feeling at a deeper level and are allowing ourselves to be helped in our time of need and despair, through faith, the possibilities are truly endless. The traumatic life experiences can be fulfilled with peace and understanding. Through faith, our traumatic life experiences can be fulfilled with peace and understanding, with divine intervention. When we choose unconditional love towards ourselves, by giving ourselves the chance to truly grow and begin to know what a fulfilled life feels like, to begin to understand and know what a fulfilled life truly feels like, to feel fulfilled from the inside out, not from the outside in, right? And truly, it's through surrendering to the universe, asking from your deepest heart's desire, believing that you will receive from a pure place. By asking, believing, we shall receive when it serves our best and highest good. And it's so interesting because the first card that fell out was surrender. And surrender is a big one right now. And, a lot of us have to face the fact that, we try to do everything on our own, but we have to understand that sometimes there comes a time and a point in our lives where we take on too much and the anxiety goes out of hand. And a lot of people are facing depression and not a good place. A lot of people are in a place of discomfort, but there's a lot of people that are, but don't forget, when we're in a place of discomfort, that has its purpose too. And through our discomforts, we get to know ourselves in a deeper way. All we have to do is just pay attention to how we feel and acknowledge it. And then you will start to realize and start to be able to see the signs and symbols that the universe puts and places in front of us. We just have to make that conscious choice to be aware, to be able to open to see the signs and symbols. And everything will begin to unfold. It's just a matter of surrendering, knowing that there's a bigger picture to all this, and knowing that the universe truly has our back and has, the best intentions at heart. We just have to be willing to listen. And a lot of people right now are so consumed with feeding the flesh's needs. So the body, right? The physical body. So a lot of society is consumed by feeding the flesh. So whatever the flesh desires, whether it's addiction based, whether it's sexual based, that's not going to bring us to a point of fulfillment. That's only temporary, surface level band-aid. I can't even say satisfaction. It's more of a temporary based band-aid. And that keeps us stuck in a vicious cycle of the opposite of fulfillment, but almost stagnation. We begin to become stagnant. And those addictions and those cravings and those sexual interactions that are more surface level versus less meaningful and soul level connections are eventually going to get to a point in a place where it definitely no longer serves your best and highest good. And you're going to start to see signs and symptoms that are are not going to serve you and benefit you. So surrendering, and I really need to get into this card because it's very important, because we have to understand just how important surrender is and how it's going to impact and change our lives. Surrender, and I'm sure you've heard of this word surrender, but we really have to understand what exactly does that mean so that we can gain the necessary understanding so that we can make the necessary choice to attract the necessary change that we so desire. Death, like life, is constant. Everything in existence is constantly dying and being reborn. From the cells in our body to our thoughts and feelings to the constant shifting cycles of nature. Like most aspects of nature, the human psyche also goes through larger cycles. The Earth has their days, nights, 20-day moon cycle, 12-month sun cycle, and seasons, just to name a few. We also have cycles, and more often than not, they are in complete attunement to the natural cycles. That be through day, night, the weather, seasons, or astrology. We have cycles and rhythms that are in tune with nature, regardless of whether we choose to be conscious of it or not. So being conscious of things is the same thing as being aware of things, right? And being aware of your surroundings. The part of the cycle coming up here is death. At this stage, we deal with a release and surrender. We must at this stage release some aspect of our life and ourselves. Beyond that, we must release the ego. So really it's a process of ego. They call it the ego death. And for me, I feel that the ego death is in a sense more of the ego gets dormant and we begin to make conscious choices. Ego is based more on thought process, affects emotions and reacts. You see, the ego perceives things not in a clear way. This is the point I'm getting at. The ego blocks our clarity from seeing situations for what they are. Okay, the ego goes to the negative first, the negative side of the coin, right? And then we have our feelings and our empathy and our compassion, not just towards ourselves, but others. And with that state, from a state of heart versus mind, we are able to see things in a more compassionate, empathetic way, in a more clear way. We're able to see behind the veil of what's happening in a situation right in front of us. We're able to see the reason behind the situation and why it's happening versus just seeing someone going like this and right away judging or assuming, versus understanding, okay, why might they be acting this way, and trying to understand. So it's about getting to the point of asking that question of why might they be acting this way, so that you can understand, not to react and become a part of the drama, but instead step back and just observe and respond. And that's where you have your control, and that's where you have your power in a positive way versus giving away your power to an uncontrolled situation. Okay? So these are great tools, and I highly suggest practice makes progress. Yes? So we must at this stage release some aspect of our life. The ego, the part of ourself that is attached to identity, to itself being seen, being right, the part that buys into the illusion of believing that we can ever truly know the unknowable. So it's the ego always thinking it's right. No, we have to step back and be like, okay, maybe I'm missing something. If we at any point think that we're right without self-reflection, no matter what situation or circumstance, we always have to step back and reflect on what we may have missed or how we may have been wrong, and really reflect on that and from there, you can make the right choice in how you choose to respond to the situation without any regrets. My music turned off. Is this making sense, guys? Lots of love. If you'd like a card, it's coming up. Mini readings. A surrender to God. At this particular time, it must occur. To great mystery, the universe and the higher intelligence that exists in love. Yes, indeed. Once this occurs, a new kind of freedom is achieved within the psyche and the spirit, and we become a clean slate for a new phase to begin. I can tell you from personal experience, it's definitely true. A death phase can be exciting, terrifying, ecstatic, devastating, or even all of the above, depending on what is occurring for you. Humans are generally petrified of giving up the ego self. This is why we are afraid of death. But the ego must now be released in order to experience new life. See, we have to surrender the fear of death. We have to surrender the fear of the inevitable of change of life. See, if we fear change, we can never attract what we desire because change is inevitable. So when we fear change, we attract what we don't want. Because either which way, change is bound to happen, but the fear blocks the positive change, you see? And the fear will attract more change to fear from. So this is very important for us to really understand the laws of the universe and how exactly choice, change, and attraction works. The ego must be released in order to experience new life. So basically seeing things in a completely fresh, compassionate, empathetic way. It's about being open to the signs, the synchronicities, the symbols. It's about being open to it all, and really you will start to notice the positive shifts and changes in your life. Ultimately, all that can be done is to process whatever feelings are coming up and surrender to this divine and natural cycle of consciousness. The natural cycle of consciousness. Understanding how the ego works, understanding what the left brain and the right brain is and how it functions, right? Left brain is more logic, practicality, which is great to have indeed. The right brain is more empathy, more compassion, more spiritually in tuned. So left is more ego-based, right is more higher self, more divine connection. Now imagine being able to use both sides of the brain and incorporating the two to have your logical and practical mind working as well as your higher divine mind working as well in coordination together. You know, that really does expand on the awareness and being able to make the necessary choices in your life that will bring you those necessary changes that you wish to see. Let me know if it's making sense. Inability to surrender will only result in this part of the cycle being longer. And this part of the cycle being longer is suffering. It's pain. Anything connected to the ego is usually pain and suffering and denial, not seeing things clearly. Okay. More drawn out and difficult process than it necessarily has to be. All above, or above all, a true sense of liberation now awaits you. A new phase. Change is occurring now. Embrace and surrender to it. Wow. A powerful message indeed. So surrender. It's important to be nice, but it's nice to be important. It's more important to be nice. Yeah, it's nice to be important, and it's more important to be nice. Number 22. Wow, wow, wow. Indeed. So these are very important messages that we really do have to take into consideration because this will help you, and these are tools. Yeah, so I think that was it for my notes. Let me go down my list here. Don't be shy, say hello. Beth is saying, oh, I love it. Thank you. It's positive and true. All right, let me go down my list. I'm happy. God bless you, darling. God bless you too. Hi, Susan. How are you? Yes, that is true. Yes, yes, yes. It's 9 p.m. My reading would be 12. Oh, interesting. Interesting. I think it might be true. Let me go. Hey, Dawn. How are you? Don't be shy. Say hello. Connie, in sync. Perfect. Susan saying, be open to the light. I saw a beautiful light when you spoke of it being a gift. Wow. I thought then, why me? Because I am open and desire to have that light in my life. Wow, that was powerful. Yes, Susan, 100%. 100% being open to the light, meaning being open to it all, you know? And I mean, that's the only way to reach the point and make the necessary steps to be able to experience fulfillment in this lifetime. Yes. Yes. We are never alone. All we have to do is ask them for help. Yes, the beautiful angels indeed. I really believe in guardian angels, 100%. I've had real life experiences and, you know, I would call it angelic experiences. Other people would call it paranormal experiences. But yes, definitely, when you're open to it all, meaning pure love and light and positivity and trying to, you know, be the change you wish to see and all light and loving things and focusing on that side of life and you know, acknowledging the other side of the coin that, you know, negativity does exist, low vibrations do exist, but not focusing on that side of the coin, but instead focusing on the positive side of the coin. Because what we focus on and what we choose to focus on the most is definitely what we will begin and start to attract. All we have to do is ask them for help, and immediately they're there for us. It's beautiful indeed. And you know, when you get to that point of surrender, because Susan, you I feel that you are surrendered, because otherwise you wouldn't be able to talk like you are. Hey, Jasmine, welcome. Dawn saying, release and let go all that doesn't serve us. 100%. Meditation brings both sides brain together. Yes, it does. Jasmine, there's nothing scary at all about it. Again, we have to work through our fears. We are all even born with fear, and we also learn fear. Fear is actually a learned state. Okay? So this is about being aware of our fears, and this is how you get through them. You understand? Is by observing your fears, acknowledging it, and then replacing it with pure faith and knowing that you're divinely protected no matter which, you know, path you choose to take. But this is really about getting to a place where you can conquer these fears, because fear is what holds us back from fulfillment. You see? And we all have different levels of fear. Don't get me wrong. And I went through different stages of fear and different situations within myself. And, you know, we really do have to give ourselves the time and patience to reflect on it and to reassure ourselves. And yeah, pray. I pray a lot, and I've prayed a lot, and nobody taught me to pray. I was a little kid, and I just started talking to God, and nobody led me towards God really, or introduced me. My grandmother bought me a little children's Bible when I was young, but no one forced it on me or anything like that. But It wasn't about the Bible. It wasn't about, I just, as a child, out of my own purity, without knowing, um, I had this strong connection to God without being like, what's the word I'm looking for? Without it being forced upon me or whatever. So the thing I'm trying to say is that, which I think is fascinating, that all on my own, I was just attracted and drawn to angels and God, Jesus. Again, this is not about religion. My religion is love, and I believe that all religions have truth to it. But this is truly about spiritual connection, like from my soul to, I went by feel, what I felt. I always felt very deeply, even as a child. I had a very high level of empathy towards others, right? I didn't understand my gifts. I do now, but I didn't understand then that I was just able to see a lot more through things, people, how they were feeling. I could sense how people were feeling inside, whether they were sad, going through hardship. So it's very interesting. I guess I was getting to a point where this is not about forcing anybody to believe in anything. This is about getting in touch with yourself and feeling what it is that your heart wants to believe, because your heart is truly the guidance of what you need to believe and the awareness that you need to gain in order for you to be led to where you need to go. Make sense? Let me go down my list. Okay, I'm going to be pulling cards. Great divine source. Yes. Yes, Tony. Natural attraction. Yes. No religion, just I am that I am. 100% indeed. Yes, yes, yes. Let me know if you'd like a card. I am waiting for some change. Wow, so happy to see you. Would you help with advice? Yes, of course. Good vibes. Sending healing thoughts and light is a way of helping the world and all who reside on her 100%. Believing that I will receive the help I ask for. True. If it's for our highest good. Yes, indeed. Yes. Listen, once you go through enough suffering, you'll realize that you're the only one that you can turn to, in a sense. Hear me out. I'm talking depth, okay? To meet you at the depth of your despair, unless it's another empath, a person that's able to feel with you what you're feeling because they're that sensitive to your energy. This is why I'm able to help others, because I can meet them in their level of despair and I can guide them and coach them through to get them back up and lift them up, to get that clarity and peace of mind if they need help and they can't get themselves to that place or that state alone, so that they're able to breathe again, okay? And I also make these videos to give you guys the tools so that you can try and practice on your own. And you can watch these videos to remind you and take notes, right? This is the school of life, guys. Take notes, right? It is what it is. Yes, Jasmine saying, I've been several religions, but I'll never give up on my spirituality. Yes, I mean, spirituality. Yes. Yes. Amen, Jesus, indeed, Tony. We have to save ourselves. Yes, yes. But just know, yes, we have to put in the necessary effort in our lives to make the necessary choices and changes through awareness, okay? And through awareness, we heal ourselves emotionally by acknowledging how we feel. And even though you might not know what to do with the feelings, just by acknowledging them and just sitting with them gives you that automatic space for yourself, so that your energy knows what it needs to do with it, just by you making that conscious choice to sit with it, breathe through it, and just and just reflect, and if the answers don't come, you sit with it, go do what you have to do, and it'll come. The answers will come. Why am I feeling this way? The answer will come. But this is also here to teach you patience, which I know that's one of my weaknesses too. Patience, right? When I wish to, get something, like reach for something, it's like, oh, I can't wait. I can't wait for good things. But at the end of the day, we have to, because it's a part of staying consistent and mastering our emotions in order for us to receive the abundance with clarity, openness, and grounding. You have to be grounded when you receive your abundance. Otherwise, you will make choices that don't serve you when you do receive the abundance. So this all goes hand in hand, okay? All right, I'm going to pull a card. We do the work. Energy comes from everywhere for helping what your intentions are. Yes, everything's based on intentions. All right, here we go. Raquel. Raquel, and then we got Susan. And then hope you guys are doing good. Hang in there. Life's not supposed to be easy. It's not meant to be. But I'll tell you something. As you practice awareness, and again, awareness goes away when we're emotional. So always do a self-check. When you're feeling emotional, over-emotional means awareness is gone because we're focused on the emotion in itself. Yes? So don't make any decisions when you're emotional. Raquel, sanctuary, take time out from the world, spend more time alone, meditate, or go on a retreat. Resonating with this, Raquel? Sanctuary. Your soul is craving time away from the noise and distraction of this busy world so you can hear your inner guidance and feel at peace. This wise unicorn energy is telling you it is time to withdraw. This could mean spending more time in meditation each morning to set positive energies for your day. It may mean going on a silent retreat or finding a quiet place in nature for a day or a weekend. It could be that you need to spend less time socializing and more time listening to the whispers of your heart. So the whispers of your heart is really the whispers of what's best for you, not anyone else. You may have just ended a relationship, and rather than rushing out to find a new partner, you are being invited to be single for a while. Your conscious mind wants you to do things and be with people so it can stay busy and feel safe. Right? That's the ego. It will try to convince you that you are missing out or you won't get things done. However, there is magic in silence and solitude. It gives you space to slow down, reconnect, breathe deeply, and get grounded. Here we go with the word grounded, right? Centering yourself, yeah? Sanctuary helps you gain clarity on what your next steps are. This is what we've been talking about, right? Choices, clarity, change. Sanctuary helps you gain clarity on what your next steps are beyond everyone else's opinions of what you should be doing. It can connect you with divine guidance and help you receive inspired ideas that will help you move forward. Take time out to create this sanctuary around you and enjoy a period of peace and quiet. There you go, Raquel. Hope you resonate. Susan, you're next. Let me know if you'd like a card. Lots of love and light. Lots of good messages coming through. I haven't been on in a few weeks and I feel a little rusty, but it's the energies. It's been a little intense. I came on randomly. Make sure to click the notification bell because I do come on randomly, usually Sundays and Mondays, but today's Thursday. It's a little bit different. I felt like coming on. So click the bell so that you know I come on. Here we go. Yes, makes sense. Awesome, Raquel. I'm glad. My friend takes some garlic and honey to kick butt on cold. I know, right? It's been too long. It's this dry cough. It's very dry here. And yeah, it's been a pain in my butt indeed. Okay. Let's see. Who did I say? Susan. Intention. Susan. Be clear and decisive. Focus on what you really want. Be bold with your requests to the universe. Whoo, here we go. Being bold and with the requests for the universe. Okay, intention. But this is good. We can all learn from each other's cards. When you focus on what you want with laser sharp clarity, woo! You have the power to part seas and move mountains. Like, so are you guys seeing the flow here tonight with everything coming through? This is about clarity today. My goodness, this is about clarity and clear mind, and I'm here to help with that through my angel readings. And this is about making the right choices. This is about making the right choices that best serves our best and highest good. What may now seem out of reach can come to you. If you believe in it with all your heart, command it with clear intention and let the universe find the best way to bring it to you. What were we saying? Ask, believe, and you shall receive with pure intent. Yes, Susan was saying that earlier. Yes. Let the universe find its best way to bring it to you, and be courageous and act on it as guided. Ooh. You may sense that your desires are being delayed or not arriving at all because you are sending out a muddled or timid request. Perhaps you are not sending out any desires at all. You will create a default reality based on your old patterns and beliefs unless you use intention to manifest what you want. So this is encouraging you, like, especially right now, it's the time of the full moon. So manifest from a pure heart what it is that you wish to desire into your life that serves your best and highest good. Avoid being trapped in the same dramas, the same experiences, and the same disappointments by setting strong new intentions now. Strong new intentions now. Setting those up now. This goes for us all. This glorious winged horse urges you to remember that you are the powerful creator of your reality, whether you are doing so consciously or unconsciously. He urges you to use focused intention to commanding your blessings and deliberately create a life that lights you up. You are an infinite being tapped into unlimited possibilities. And going back to my notes, through conscious awareness, we gain limitless possibilities. Okay? Wow. You're an infinite being tapped into unlimited possibilities, and you can choose and create your reality now. So choose a life that astounds you with its magnificence. Stand in your power as a co-creator with the divine, and stay strong in your clear intention to live your highest life. So it is. Wow. Intention, be clear and decisive. So decide on what you want. Be clear. Don't send any mixed messages to the universe or not knowing what you want. Really, if you're at a point where you don't know what you want, then that means it's really time for you to sit back, be still, get calm, find peace, Find quiet, self-reflect on what it is, and listen to your inner guidance and your inner voice of what your heart is screaming at you. So I hope that helps, Susan. Hey, Jennifer, how are you? She's asking, how does it work when you have been alone for so long and you normally choose the wrong people? Okay. What is a good way to make this transgression to finding love and or something true and beneficial? Wow, what a great question. So choosing the wrong people. Okay, well, it's really about self-work and self-healing. And as we become more aware of what it is that we do need versus what it is that we don't want. And usually the easiest way to go about this is understanding and realizing what it is that we don't want in a relationship or from a relationship. Start there. Acknowledge those things that you know don't benefit you in a relationship. And by acknowledging those and accepting those standards, so to speak, standards that are for your best and highest good and benefit your emotional health. This is about emotional wellness. And this is about having the clarity to make the necessary choices to attract the changes that benefit you emotionally for healthy wellness. Everything's connected. So by acknowledging and realizing and making the list, make a list. What are the things that you just absolutely can't deal in a relationship? And really reflect on those things and really ask yourself, why can't I want those, or why don't I want those things? How do they not serve me? And really acknowledging and accepting those things, and that's self-love. That is a part of self-love, acknowledging those things that you know don't serve you. And it's also important to give yourself enough time to get to know people. And yes, there's different levels of knowing and deepness, and depending on how vulnerable people are and how open to wanting to, be known, right? So it's about the exchange of vulnerability. Look for vulnerability in a person. That's your number one. Look for vulnerability. If the person is open to being vulnerable by sharing their feelings and their emotions with you, and also, they encourage you to express how you feel, look for those qualities. Look for qualities that, you feel comfortable in having deep conversations with a person. Conversation is key in relationships, guys, and it needs to be reciprocated. Exchange of energy, loving, kind energy, receive and give, listen, talk, right? Reciprocation, looking for those positive attributes. Now, don't get me wrong. Sometimes we may be ahead of the path and we might meet people that might need, or that you could teach, or point out, or help people raise their awareness or have more awareness on certain ways to self-love and to share in a relationship, right? Because sometimes we're here to guide others too. And I feel that every connection and every relationship has its own purpose and meaning, and also lessons. So the wrong relationships have its own lessons and purpose as well. It's about how long we choose to stay in those wrong relationships, and what is it that makes the relationships wrong, that make you feel like they're wrong, right? So it's about making the necessary effort to become more aware, and the more aware we become, the more we can dissect the situation and what it is that's working for us and what it is that isn't, and also being aware of what choices and changes can we make within ourselves and how that can benefit and assist the other individual in the relationship to meet us at a higher level, to be able to grow together. You see? So there's a lot of questions to ask before we make the conscious choices instead of making choices based on impulse and emotion. So I hope that helped, Jennifer Brownlow. Yes, we are the creator of our own reality, really. Yes, yes, we are. Let me go down my list here. Let me know if you'd like a card. Oh, Jasmine was saying ego death is scary. Yes, it can be, because it's a lot of new sensations. It's a lot of new feelings, but we mustn't fear it, because even that's inevitable. And in saying that, think of it this way. Ego death is for our best and highest good, because ego blocks our clarity to be able to see things for what they are. So just know the other side of fear is your desired outcome. So don't fear the ego death. Just take it one step at a time. You can't rush this. And if you guys need more information on what an ego death is, because there's a lot of people looking at this video and they're not spiritual and they're like, what is she talking about, right? So it's about simplifying. But I think everybody needs to understand, we all have an ego, and the ego was created for survival reasons, flight or fight. So, it's like the animals, like they either fight to protect themselves or they run off, right? So in a sense, right, we have the same thing. We have fight or flight when we're faced with any form of discomfort, right? But instead of running or fighting the discomfort, which is the ego, and that's what the ego would normally do, is react. Reacting is fighting or flight, right? So instead of reacting, we respond by just stepping back and absorbing the discomfort within ourselves and around us. And, sometimes we have to remove ourselves from the discomfort and reflect on it in a quiet, peaceful place. Okay, so I hope this is giving you guys some insight on different tools to use to be able to handle this process in the healthiest way possible, with no fear. And instead of feeding the fear, feed it love, feed it faith, feed it trust in knowing that the outcome will be for your best and highest good. You're welcome, Jennifer. All right. Make sure to like this video. You can share it. You never know who it might help. Feel free to comment. Let me know how you're resonating with this. Yes, Tony, it's the next step. Absolutely. Dawn, I would like a card. Have done so much inner work. Yes, yes, yes. All right, Dawn. I'm going down my list. Dawn, what do we got for you today, love? I just love your energy, Dawn. You're so amazing. All of you are amazing. But Dawn, she has this sweetness to her, Yes, you do. I've known you for a long time on here. Indeed. All right, Dawn. What do we got for ya? Dawn, love and light, love and light, love and light. What does Dawn need to hear today? Oh, nature. Grounding yourself. Important to maintain grounding yourself. Nature really benefits you. Look at this. Find a sanctuary in nature. Connect with the elementals. Earth, fire, wind, water. The elementals of nature, of life. Wow. Powerful. Nature. Yes, nature is very powerful. Healer. Indeed. Where are you, nature? Here we go. All right. Interesting. There's a lot of decisions coming up for you guys. There's lots of decisions coming up. I'm feeling a lot of decisions are coming up in the next couple of weeks. I also find that when there's a more intense energetic period, like the last 2 to 3 weeks was very unsettling and intense energies. Yes, collectively people are feeling it, but usually I feel it a couple of weeks prior to everybody else feeling it collectively. So things are happening, things are energetically shifting. There could be unsettling feelings and emotions coming up now and for the next couple weeks, okay, because there's a lot of shifts happening energetically, and there's a lot of changes, okay. So Dawn, spend time out in nature before you make a decision or take your next steps in this situation. Either you need the clarity of mind that time in nature will bring you, or you need to release some stress and become more calm and grounded before moving forward. Interesting. This Oracle energy card is asking you to find a beautiful sanctuary where you can be surrounded by nature and breathe in pure air, relax, and connect more deeply with your heart. So we have the sanctuary card for Raquel and the peace and quiet and just, in one sense, she wants to keep busy and preoccupied. But in the other sense, her soul's telling her, no, listen, you need to tune in and you need to connect, right? So everybody, like, this is going for us all, tuning in and connecting, especially when it's the most chaotic energies around collectively and you're seeing it and feeling it. That is when it's the most time to withdraw and reflect and connect with yourself so that you can maintain your sense of calmness and grounding, okay? Not only will this be soothing for your soul, it will help you listen to your inner wisdom and gain new perspective on the situation. So there's some kind of situation going on, whether it's a choice or decision that you've made or you're going to be making. And not only will this be soothing for your soul, it will help you listen to your inner wisdom and gain perspective on the situation. Venture out into a meadow, a forest, a mountain, or a beach where you can find peace and solitude. If you can take off your shoes and go barefoot, feel the soil or sand beneath you. Close your eyes and open all your senses. Feel the breeze brushing against your skin and the sun warming you. Listen to the sound of birds, waves, or rustling leaves. Breathe in the scents of flowers, tree sap, or salt air. Imagine your cares and your worries melting away from you as Mother Nature cradles you in her arms. Seek deeper into her presence as you become more grounded. Lots of grounding needed, guys. Okay, especially with the upcoming energies, okay? So we don't lose our sense of self and that connection to our higher selves, right? To see that clarity. Imagine yourself connected heart to heart with the earth and the tallest trees. Call on the divas, unicorns, and the other elements in this place, including the fairies and the mermaids. So all the lovely angelics, right? And okay, set intentions for miracles, love, and abundance, and ask for guidance to support you on your path. Hey, we're breathing oxygen. Just because we can't see it doesn't mean it doesn't exist. So yeah, different dimensions indeed. Visualizing your desires in nature can help them manifest faster. So take the time to sit, relax, and imagine your dream life as if it's already happening. Give thanks when you leave and give back by doing something to take care of the earth, by donating to an environmental nonprofit, volunteering, buying eco products, or recycling more. So giving back to Earth. So we need to give back to Mother Earth in a beautiful way. Indeed, it's very powerful. So make sure to all do that. Let us know, Dawn. Hey, Peachy Peach, how are you? It's been a while indeed. What do we got here? I'm coming down my list. Hold on. Hey, Christina Garcia. No worries. I'm just coming down my list. So, great things. You are a kindred sister. Lots of love. She's saying, love it. Woohoo. That's me celebrating winter solstice Saturday. Oh, wow. That is so cool. Yes, releasing what no longer serves. And sometimes we have to do that often. And sometimes we have to surrender often too. Yes, beautiful sanctuary indeed. That's amazing. Taking healing classes in January. Feel change. Huge change. Change is coming, guys, whether you're ready for or not. It's coming. And being aware and self-reflection is going to assist you in making the necessary and positive choices to get you to where you need to go. Whoa, taking 4 hours to the mountains Saturday. Oh, that's so cool. That was in the book. Mountains. That's crazy. Where are you anyway? Where are you located, Dawn? Like what city? Grateful, she says. Surrendering every day now. Yes, it's important. Now, if I don't see some of your comments, forgive me. Peachy Peach, hey love, it's been a while. Sending everyone abundance of love, peace, and joy. Yes, indeed. How can I get a private reading? Peachy Peach, just send me a message on Emotional Healers page. And also, you can go to my website, emotionalhealerclaudia.com, and you can book an angel reading there as well. But since you're on here, you can go ahead and send me a message here. Okay, love? Pennsylvania and Wooming. Wooming. Okay, yeah. That's amazing. Well, have fun at the mountains. I'm jealous. Jennifer Brownlow wanted a card. All right, here we go. Hey, Eve. First time here. Welcome. Welcome. Let me know if you'd like a card. Going down my list. Oh, some intense messages coming through, guys. Staying positive. Good. That's amazing. Yep. Yeah, the private readings are definitely more in depth. It's more detailed. It's more in depth for sure. For those of you that have had a reading, you know what I'm talking about. So these are just little mini sample readings, one card. But when I do personal readings, the whole table is covered, right? And it's first reading is 2 hours long. So I don't go over 2 hours because then it becomes just too much information for the client to observe. Partnership, what's going on with that? Who was I calling for this? Jennifer Brownlow, partnership. If you were asking about relationships, wrong relationships, teamwork will give you a better result. Find trustworthy people to partner with. Build up a talented support team. Let's see a little more detail with that. But for what I can tell you so far with regards to this is getting into relationships where it's not just one-sided, okay? I'm already starting to feel this for you. It almost feels like your relationships are one-sided. Maybe you're giving more than, what others are willing to give. So again, this is about, reciprocating the effort, right? And yeah, sometimes, don't get me wrong, everyone has their off days, and that's where partnership comes into play. And we pick each other up, right? And that's beautiful. And yes, I mean, that happens. But at the end of the day, it's about really having those heart to hearts and that deeper bonding connection and that trust to be able to put in the effort and really just be an equal team. So I'm feeling like teamwork's missing from your life within your partnerships and trust. Okay, so partnership. Jennifer Brownlow. This card encourages you to reach out and connect with trustworthy people who can work with you or support you as you build your dreams. Oh, wow. It's almost like that's your heart desire. You want to build your dreams with someone. But you know, one of the first things I would encourage you is find someone in your life that you can conversate with for hours about real life topics, about deep topics, not just shallow surface conversations, but real life conversations. That's the shit. That's the real shit. All right? So, this card encourages you to reach out and connect with trustworthy people, which we all need to do. But before we even reach out and accept that in our lives, we have to be it. We have to be the change we wish to see. We have to be trustworthy in order for us to not just attract trustworthy people and like-minded people, but also to vibrate that energy out. When we're feeling down and low vibe, we attract low vibe, right? So this is about, understanding self-worth, self-love, doing the necessary efforts towards ourselves to get us to that place of really feeling like, we're building a foundation on our own lives. And being open to inviting, the same positive vibrational energies and people, to build with us on that foundation that we've created within our own lives for ourselves. You can always add to it and build to it, but we are responsible to build our own foundation under our own feet, guys. And a lot of people are trying to bypass that and looking for someone else to build a foundation for them. That's not how this works. And once we're ready to understand that and accept that and no more denial, your life will change. And everybody understands and realizes that our lives can change in a matter of a moment or a second. Okay? And that's reality. So this is about making the best of what everything is and making the best decisions and choices for yourself. And that's by acknowledging how you feel and what your desires are and sitting with those emotions. So sorry, Jennifer, getting back to this. Trying to do everything yourself is holding you back, and you could free up so much time and energy by getting help. So it really does feel like you're just tired. You want to share yourself, and you want to share everything that you're passionate about in your life with someone who is aligned with your energy and someone who uplifts you, which I totally get and you deserve. We all deserve that. But as you'll notice, as you begin to do your own inner work and acknowledge your own feelings and emotions and giving yourself that self-love by giving yourself the time and the effort to really check in with yourself, wow, that's going to open so many doors for you. And it's going to not only lift up your spirits, but self-love also increases the understanding and the knowing of your self-worth, which is truly resides in the value of your heart. And that is indeed priceless. Amen. So it is. You could be stuck in a creative blind spot that someone with fresh eyes would easily see a solution to. And perhaps you are spending too much time cleaning or doing the laundry when you could be writing your book or launching your business. So sometimes we preoccupy ourselves with doing what we need to do to get done, but also really finding that balance to be able to express our creativity with where our heart is, pushing and nudging ourselves to be, right? But again, it's hard to be creative when we don't feel a sense of peace. So we try to, release those emotions by cleaning and cooking and doing whatever we need to do, because emotion, right? We're emotioning to release the emotion that is not serving, which is beautiful. But also don't forget to find that balance of grounding yourself and becoming more at peace and calm to be able to do the creative aspects that you so need to express within yourself and within your heart. That really does create that grounding and balance within yourself, which is also another act of self-love. You may be in need of a life coach, an angel investor, an assistant, a personal trainer, an accountant, a business partner, a nanny, or even a cleaner. You know which area is draining your time and energy, so start making inquiries and look for someone who will love to help out or be hired by you. Maybe you need a personal angel reading. I'm not sure, but I'm here. When you do find possible candidates, be sure to trust your intuition on whom to take on. Ask for references, testimonials, but also go with your inner voice and the person whose energy feels best. This card knows that partnerships make life more easy, fun, and magical. Delegating the tasks that drain you will free you up to step further into your brilliance. It is your time to shine, but you need a team behind you in order to soar to your next level of success. So I feel like you're being held back in your situation, and it's not allowing you to reach your, goals and your fulfillment. So there needs to be some changes that need to be implicated in your life, but really, truly, the change just start with yourself. So I hope that helps, Jennifer Brownlow. Let me go down my list. Lots of love. Welcome. All right. Shadow work. Exactly, Peachy Peach. Shadow work is really getting down to the layers of who we are and how we feel. Give back has been in my spirit lately. Giving back, 100%. It's very important to give back because what we give out is what we receive in return. It's karma. So, Jennifer, I hope you resonated with that. Christina, let me know if you want a card. Guys and girls, this flipped out. Hope. Stay positive. The world or the worst is behind you. Look up to the light. Didn't you just say staying positive? Whoa, let me go back up here. Christina, was it you that said staying positive? Trying to stay positive? I'm looking up my list. Pretty sure it was. She's looking for a job. Okay. Hi. You were talking about staying positive. Jennifer saying, yes, it does. Thank you. You're welcome. Staying positive, keeping your hopes up. But this is really about replacing hope with faith, right? That's the next step after hope, is really replacing that hope with faith in knowing. And this is about surrendering. So surrendering control to try and control every outcome in our lives. And this is about surrendering what we can't change, but focusing on what we can, right? You have been through a challenging period, but now the darkness is lifting and a new day is dawning. Christina. Is it Christina? Christina, yes. Garcia. Fill your heart with hope, for the worst is now behind you, and his turning point brings new possibilities for peace, happiness, and prosperity. If you have felt broken, you will return to wholeness. If your life has been chaos, order will soon be restored. Well, that's great news. If you have been in scarcity, abundance will begin to flow. Okay, this could be a job. If you have felt lost, you will find your way. This card brings you the reassurance of a new beginning and the blessings that are to come. It asks you to focus purely on the outcome you want. Don't look back, only ahead to your new destination. Turn your face to the light and take one step at a time, knowing that with each stride, your life will be easier. Be patient on your journey and know the energies of the universe are by your every side and every step of the way. That's a beautiful confirmation. And you know what? Really is replacing that hope with pure faith in knowing that this is what's meant to be for you. At the end of the day, it's about faith. It really is. Faith has changed my life. I don't know where I would be without God, without my faith. And you know, it's beyond it's beyond, what's the word I'm looking for, belief. This is about getting to a point of a state of inner knowing and a state of inner feeling and connection. And you know, as you go further along on your journey of self-reflection and shadow work, which means understanding the ego side of yourself and the higher side of yourself, and really, you know, finding that equilibrium between the two, that balance, you will start to see amazing synchronicities from the universe in your life and the changes that are yet to come for you. So this is about not giving up in the time of despair. This is about turning to God and surrendering and having pure faith in the universe and divine, and knowing that they do have your back. And you need to calm right down. You must calm yourself in order for you to see the signs and the guidance that is presenting itself to you, because signs are everywhere. You just have to be calm enough and at peace to be able to see it. So I hope that makes sense. And if anyone's interested in getting a private reading with me, just send me a message on here is fine, or through my website. That's great. And I'm trying to go through my comments, but I don't think I'm seeing everyone here. But nonetheless, I'm already at an hour and a half. If you'd like an in-depth reading with me, don't hesitate to message me and we can schedule you in. You can only gain from having a message with me. Clarity is 100% guaranteed through my readings and my session, only after one session. Again, it takes 2 hours. If there's any sense of confusion in your life, I am more than happy to provide you with the necessary tools, the upliftment, and the clarity that you are seeking. I'm very confident in that. And yeah, she's a control freak. Christina's like, it's so hard. I'm a control freak. Well, this is really about getting to a place of, you know, not being that control freak. I used to be a control freak. And it's really about learning what, you know, you need to surrender, and, you know, giving yourself those little bits of what you can control. So using it in a positive way, the things that you can control, right? So it's about really understanding and reflecting on what it is that you should be controlling and what it is that you need to release and surrender, and focus on the things that you need to be controlling versus what you don't need to be. So through that, I'm here to guide, but also I really encourage self-reflection and, you know, finding the answer within yourselves. But again, I'm here to help you find answers within yourself. If sometimes, you know, people have a hard time just getting to that sense of peace to be able to see that clarity come through. Okay. I love you too, Dawn. You're so sweet. Peachy Peach is saying, I'm jealous of the mountains as well. I know, right? Peachy Peach, you said you wanted a card? Releasing what no longer serves. Oh, yes. Connie, are you still there? Peachy Peach. Hope. And it's so funny. Look at this. I already have the 3 cards out since we started. Hope. Stillness. Surrender. Hope. Stillness. Those were the 3 cards that popped out, and I have other decks here, and it's been the reoccurring message. Look at that. And the special message, I'm going to read that after, and that's for all of us collectively, and I'll close with that after Peachy Peach, okay? But I think we all need to hear the closing message. I'm very curious myself. Love you too, Beth. You're so sweet. Okay, Peachy Peach. Peachy Peach, and then I'll go into the special message that's for all of us, and that I'll close this evening's channeling. Peachy Peach. But we can all learn from each of these messages and benefit and take it as it comes. Goddess, Peachy Peach, honor your divine feminine energy. See your inner beauty. Love every part of you. Here we go with the self-love. Here we go with the self-love. The goddess energy, the divine energy within you seeks to come out. It seeks to feel. It seeks to embrace and just, you want to feel like a woman. You wish to express your inner goddess. You are a goddess, a perfect aspect of the divine feminine embodied in human form. You are a miracle gracing planet Earth with your beauty. You do not need shinier hair, whiter teeth, or a slimmer figure in order to embody the goddess. She is the infinite love you hold in your heart. Yes, indeed. That's where our worth is, right here. She is the deep wisdom that flows from your soul. She's the light in your eyes and the warmth of your smile. She's the hands you use to heal and comfort. Wow. She is the pleasure your body is capable of experiencing through giving and receiving touch. Your culture disempowers you by conditioning you to hate or even abuse your body in order to sever your natural connection with the goddess. The media sets impossible standards of beauty, so we shrink into feelings of inferiority and insignificance. Isn't that the truth? This goddess energy urges you to rise up and reclaim the right to feel beautiful from within, exactly as you are, Peachy Peach. Excuse me. Cough or not, we're getting these messages out today. All right. She tells, this goddess energy tells you to turn your back on the pressure to look a certain way. Cherish your miraculous body just as it is. Set your own standards of beauty, starting with the love, wisdom, compassion, and radiance within you. And this goes for us all. For men, the message is the same. Shun the pressure to look like a sculptured statue and focus on strengthening your heart. Deep. Honoring all of the parts of you that you may have disowned before, and treat your body like the divine temple that it is. Amen to that. Walk with your head held high, your heart wide open. Be vulnerable. Be the change you wish to see. If people have a hard time being vulnerable, be vulnerable. But be focused and straightforward and honest. And take no shit. No problem. Yes, walk with your heart open and let the world see the goddess and the heart warrior that walks before them. Woo! Peachy Peach, the goddess is ignited and she wants to come out and play and feel free to be who you wish to be. And I encourage it, indeed. Yes. Hi, Jing. You're welcome, Peachy Peach. You're very welcome. Okay, so closing message is a special message, and it's an angel with hearts and butterflies. So I think this is going to be important. Special message indeed. I'm curious. Oh, what's the other book? The angel that comes to you now is your own personal guardian angel, and the message you must receive can only come from within. Wow. This is the closing oracle card for this whole session today. If you have drawn this card, introspection is needed. Introspection is needed. Inner reflection. Yes, we all need that. The answers you seek exist within your own heart. Take the time now to sit and really listen to what it is your inner voice is saying, everyone. Trust your own heart and follow it. Trust this. Use this, but trust this. This is a time to listen to your own truth above all other outside influences. Your guardian angel will speak to your heart now, and your heart will show you the way. Wow. So I definitely assist with getting into more detail of, providing the tools necessary of how we can better listen to our inner voice and that angelic guidance. And that'll be perhaps another topic that I will be discussing on my next live. But also in my private readings, I give a lot of beneficial tools, daily life tools to use in order for you to get to where you need to be. Okay? So with that, I wish you all a beautiful evening. Stay strong. Don't give up. Do the necessary work that you need to do within yourself, because only you will benefit, right? Nobody can take away the work that you do for yourself. And that is your true savior, is your own self work. Because that's where all the answers lie. That's the key to the answers of living and reaching a fulfilled life. I wish you guys love and light. God bless, and we'll be in touch soon. Bye.